to the point to where it was past time to eat.
Yeah.
You try that now. you try to preach a sermon past 2:00. People gonna be walking out.
Yeah.
You gonna lose half your
And they won't
congregation.
come back.
Yeah.
And they won't come back.
Yeah, because that's why he fed. I think that's the first time he fed the multitude or whatever. He's like, dude, he's like, they're gonna pass out by the time they get where you can get some food.
Yeah. And he said, you give them something to eat.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. All these people are hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Yeah. So they so intrigued with the word and so hungry for it, man. It's amazing, man.
And we're in New Testament.
Yeah, New Testament, man. I mean, it's all great, but man, when you start seeing those dots getting connected and whatnot, man, it's enlightening.
Yeah, for sure.
It is.
For sure. All right, fatherhood, we talked about relationships, gentleness, kindness, goodness, definitely a lot of opportunity in relationships as well. So
Yes.
I will say, I mentioned my wife, and she had a lot, really family's been through a lot, but she actually just landed an amazing job. And so we've been through a lot, and
You gonna be Stedman now?
I'm Stedman now.
Yeah, it'd be awesome, man. I go to Bible college and that's it. I ain't got to work no more.
I wish. But anytime you're dealing with wife or any other relationship, you get a lot of opportunity to be gentle, kind, goodness. But then patience, man. It's been a long season, man. So go back to my story. I've been navigating a lot really for a number of years, and so she has as well, and just landed something that we think is really a full circle opportunity for her. So she had some stuff happen last year, so we're excited about this, but it means that we're going to be relocating.
No more garage.
Boom, right?
No more garage. Yeah, we got to drop a bomb on that.
Bomb drop. Yeah,
man. It's exciting, and I just saw her inside. She said it was bittersweet. But I was like, yeah, it is, but you keep the sweet on the end of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I mean, it's going to be some challenging moments because you're talking about a big move. I mean, You're not moving to another state, but you're moving out an hour or so away or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it's awesome.
Yeah. But it'd be a lot to do, a lot, a lot of. You kind of joked and be like, I expect this stuff to be kind of packed up.
Yeah.
We ain't started nothing yet. So I'm gonna have to be gentle through all of this because it's gonna probably be a lot to go through. But So obviously, you can definitely a lot of opportunity within those relationships.
That's right. And with with fatherhood, man, I don't think it's unfounded that, man, we just don't want to mess our kids up.
I'll say that.
You know what I mean? Like,
say that.
you just don't want your kid to be that kid at the mall starting fights when you ain't around or being violent or whatever. So, and as well, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not even going to say as men, but it's like when you have these little kids or whatever, sometimes it's like you got this mask on. It's like, this is daddy. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're not as affectionate as you should be, or as emotional as you should be because, at some point, because it's like, maybe we overcorrect for wanting to be the anchor and all of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, there is definitely a place and a time for the joy and the gentleness to be shown. Because if they're not learning it from you, who are they going to learn it from?
Yeah. What about boys versus girls? I'm a girl dad, so right.
Yeah,
so
2 times.
Yeah, so for me, I'm like, I can be gentle, I can be kind. What about boys these days? There's this thought that gotta make a man out of them.
And see,
how's
man,
that balance?
So, man, I probably view this different from a lot of people because we grew up in the 80s, like, be a man, stop crying. Yeah. Give you something to cry for. All of that. And I never tell my boys when they cry, I never tell them to be a man. I will ask them, I was like, if like it's okay to cry, but if you're whining, why are you whining?
Yeah.
Or, will that change anything?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just, I'm not getting my way, so I'm whining. Okay, you can whine, but is that changing any decision? Mm-hmm. Will you no longer have to do it now that you're whining? You know what I mean? So there's a time for both sternness and gentleness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I need to stop you from sticking your hand in that, gentleness out the window. I'm gonna come over there and snatch you and get you from over there.
It's kind of like the car thing. Like, I'm grateful nothing happened, but if it would have been any closer, I might have had to.
Yeah, that's right. Depending on the urgency of the situation, man. Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I mean, I definitely, and I had a conversation with my daughter. Like I know I got to work on showing, not so much just showing the gentleness, but even just, I think gentleness even bleeds over into appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, my kids are amazing, and they are so good at so many things. What happens is you become familiar with them being good at stuff, and you stop telling them how awesome they are.
Mm.
And I had to tell my daughter, I'm like, well, I'm gonna just have to tell y'all, I'm gonna overcorrect, and I'm gonna just tell y'all till y'all blue in the face and y'all get tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of bleeds together.
Yeah, yeah. Character witness, obviously Jesus in the New Testament for the joy, the kindness, the goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see those two sides. So, put them against the Sadducees and the Pharisees, and you get a different version when he's calling them broods of vipers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he's with the people. Several times it says he had compassion on them.
Yeah.
They were like sheep without a shepherd.
Absolutely.
So you see this contrast. When it's necessary, he kind of stands his ground for what he believes in, but then also has the compassion, the kindness, the gentleness. Never said no, right? When did he say no to a healing? Like, it's
Oh no, to the healing.
right. So
and I mean, he'll ask him point blank, like, do you want to
Do
be
you wanna
well,
be-
or do
yeah.
you believe? Because he'll tell you your faith has made you well, and things
Yeah.
like that.
yeah,
Paul, and right there with Corinthians, he's bold and stern in these letters, but in person, he's kind.
mm-hmm.
Because he even talks about it. He's like, I don't write these stern letters just to make you sorrowful. He's like, and he actually said, he's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry that it made you feel that way, but I'm not sorry because it brought you to repentance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's that leadership thing.
Yeah.
With leadership, you gotta nip it in the bud. Like Barney
Yeah.
Fife said, you gotta be stern. But once that's fixed, okay, I gotta be kind so that we can restore the relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's something else from parenting. If you got little ones and you spanking your kids, after you spank that kid, like, you got to go in and protect the relationship afterwards. Like, after they calm down from huffing and puffing, all right, do you understand why you did and why you got that?
Mm-hmm.
You don't give them a whipping and now both of y'all angry for the rest of the day. That don't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, man. Let's see. Work we talked about. I think you said speak to everybody. So if I see somebody, I don't care who it is,
Mm-hmm.
person at the front,
Yes.
doesn't matter. If you see the person every day, just, hey, how you doing? Good morning. I'm not saying take the person out to lunch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But don't act like we don't see each other every day, right?
Oh man, dude, we got it. Y'all don't know exactly where I work at, so I can say it. We got a chief of staff. So when you think you got a director, and directly underneath your director is the chief of staff, like, he's directly involved with the well-being of the employees,
Mm-hmm.
and he will be 3 inches away from you and not speak.
Yeah.
And it drives me batty
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, it becomes a game. It's like, well, I spoke to him a couple times and he ain't say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna see what happens.
Right.
You come right in, wash his hands right next to you, and walk out.
Yeah.
What does it cost you to say hello?
You're right.
Especially when you're a believer.
Right.
Come
That's
on
right.
now.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Like, it costs you nothing to be kind to somebody.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, because you come off the weekend and you got certain people that's gonna ask you how your weekend was, just so you can ask them back and they can complain about their weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Don't subject yourself to that.
Yeah.
Like, be wise.
Yeah.
Like, how was your weekend? Oh, it was good. Keep on going.
Yep. That's right.
Because I got somebody who sits near me,
Can't wait.
and that's what it is. How was your weekend?
Just wait.
It was good. How was yours? It was
man.
too short. This happened and that happened. And okay, all right, you get out of jail free card the first time. The second time, I'm raising my eyebrows. The third time, oh, no, we ain't
I
doing
ain't gonna
that
ask.
more. We ain't doing that more. Mm-mm. How was the weekend? Oh, it was cool. That's it.
Cool.
And
Man.
that's not being mean. That's protecting your peace, because, oh man, this bleeding into something else. But
Go for it.
people will make statements and expect you to agree with them, no matter how ridiculous the statement is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was actually talking to a janitor at the job, and he was like, "You got to be careful what you agree to." You know what I mean? Because like, people will just say some heinous stuff, and then they look at you smiling, expecting you to get along, just go along. You know what I mean?
Look, this
Like,
Heavenly Mother stuff was
Yeah,
one. He was
yeah.
like, you know about half?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
I'll get silent, like, okay,
Yeah.
if that's how you're rolling, you're
Yeah.
good. But I don't know about all that.
Don't be co-signing on stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why it helps to be grounded in your own beliefs. So when somebody come at you with something that's outside of that, you can be like, hold on now.
And that is also a reason you need to read the Bible for yourself. Because, I mean, granted, it's so crazy that we all got Bibles on these things. Even if you don't have Bible, you can Google scriptures.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't have enough scripture in you for somebody to come up and just say something ludicrous and right away like, nope, that ain't right.
That ain't it. Yeah.
Them thoughts can take hold before you can get to Google.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you need to have a certain level of truth. Not even just Bible. You got to have a certain level of truth in you, so that as soon as that foolishness come to you, now you stiff arm that thing.
Yeah.
Heisman pose. Get up out of here.
And keep moving.
Yeah, that's right.
And you gotta read it.
Yeah.
That's right. No better way.
That's
Eat
it.
the book. Who he told to eat the book? Is that Ezekiel?
Eat all of it.
Somebody said eat the book. So cool, man.
Eat the pie in it, man.
What else for the day, man?
Man. Oh, man.
Staying calm, trusting God.
Yeah.
Softer fruit. A lot of opportunity. You know, it's not easy. It's not. Sometimes it's contrary to what you want to do.
Yeah, sometimes the exact opposite of what you want to do.
Exact opposite.
Especially when you're dealing with foolishness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul said, "Who bewitched you, foolish Galatians?" Right. So that's another example of him kind of going off on somebody, but strong, but in love, right?
Yeah. That's right.
In love. Yeah.
Dude, I guess quick check-in, man. Everything good? You guys got to move and whatnot. Excuse me. So we had, I think it was since the last recording, I'm not sure. We had the 3rd funeral this year for the family.
Wow.
So 2 aunts and a first cousin. So it's heavy, but man, I'm gonna tell you what. You don't recognize your growth until an opportunity comes along to show that growth. It's almost like somebody losing weight. I got a lady at the job, she done lost 80 pounds, and she's like, I don't see it, because you see yourself every day. You can't gauge it, you know what I mean? Like you can't even wrap your mind around the level of growth that you're going through until an opportunity arises and you have to step up and do something. It's like, man, you know what? I know 6 to 9 months ago, I would not have been able to do that or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So like earlier this year, one of my uncles passed, and actually, he's a deacon, and he actually brought me over to be a deacon. Like, you know, so you know, we used to sit in the same deacon board meetings and everything. It was kind of crazy, man. It was really cool. So he passed, and like, you know, his daughter, my first cousin, reached out and like, hey, can you pray? Do you mind being on the program to pray or whatever? And so, dude, I mean, that was tough.
Yeah.
That was really, really tough, right? And then for this last funeral, it was my first cousin. She was one of the older, like, everybody looked up to her because, like, she was beautiful. She was a model. She was in all the music. Like, if you saw it on MTV back in the day, she knew about it. She either knew about it or she had it. You know what I mean? She was that. And so, like, this young group of cousins, we all just looked up to her or whatever. And when we got the news of her passing, one of her sisters reached out. And also, that's my god sister. Her mom was one of the ones who passed earlier this year, was my godmother also. So
I'm sorry to hear all that.
Yeah.
I've known about that as well, but
appreciate
sorry
it.
to hear that.
And so they asked me to speak at the funeral for that as well, man. And I'll be honest, having to formulate, because, you know, sometimes people just get up there and kind of wing it. I will not do that because it's hard to land that plane. Once you get out there, once you get out over the Pacific, you got to find your way back to land.
Right.
Like, I ain't doing that. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. So it's crazy. It was today. It was the day in my pockets this morning when I pulled it out. It was a little post-it note I had. And it was from where I started kind of jotting my notes when I first found out they wanted me to speak. And it was in my pocket today, which is crazy. But anyway, man, working through that helped me work through my grief. Just being able to put it all down on pen and paper.
Yeah.
So now I have a new tool in the toolkit. Like, you know, when you lose somebody close, something to help you process through it is getting all those emotions down and just putting it down or whatever. Like, you ever heard someone say, you know, if you're really upset with somebody, just write it all down and then just read it, then rip it up or burn it or whatever.
Yeah.
It helps you get rid of all those pent up emotions or whatever. So, but yeah, man, you just can't, it's impossible for you to gauge your growth until one of those opportunities come up and he's like, like, man,
Ain't no way I could have done
I
this.
can't believe I did it. I still
Yeah.
can't believe I did it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
My sister was at a funeral today. One of her line sisters, I think her father passed. And then Gina, she has a good friend that passed as well. So she was at a wake today. That's why you saw it in all black.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's definitely a lot happening these days. A lot of people going through a lot, but
Yes.
trying to stay faithful in the storm, man. So faith in the furnace.
Yeah. And that kindness thing, because you don't know what people going through.
Yeah.
How you doing, or a smile, they can lift somebody from whatever they dealing with.
And most people going through something.
Everybody,
going through
you know, it's different. It's varying degrees, but everybody's going through something.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you're not going through something, just give it a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's coming.
You must be just coming out of something.
Either going into something or coming out of
that's
something.
right. That's right, man.
Cool, man. You wanna what's next? We got a couple more fruit we may touch on. Love we haven't talked about. Faithfulness, so maybe we'll come back to those as well. But
Yeah. Well, we got the rest of the year is just June. I was about to say it's May, but it's almost July. A few days from July, so I'm sure we'll knock those out. I got the second book. I actually brought it for you to take a look at.
Talk about your book a little bit.
So I published one book earlier this year. I'm actually working on a second book. It's a parable. You're comparing a physical house structures to your spiritual house. You know, the foundation, the power, and the door.
Yeah.
And we look at all those things from an actual house, and then, you know, what does the Bible say about these things? You know, so it wasn't until I was writing the last chapter that I realized it was a parable. Like, oh man, this is the same thing Jesus did to talk to the people.
Oh yeah.
You know, using terms that
Why
people
do you
already
talk
know.
to the people in parables. It said, secrets of the kingdom have been revealed to you and not to them.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna guess.
Yeah.
I learned not to guess.
But when you're dealing with a group anytime you're trying to teach something that's very complicated, you have to speak to people where they're at.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you use these daily things that they knew about sheep, they knew about shepherd.
Fishing.
Yeah, this is what we're gonna talk. These are the examples we're gonna use.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, man.
Cool. Right on, man. Well, our next recording may be in a different location, so
Yes.
probably same black background. So
It's fine.
that's
Look here,
transferable.
If we need to put up a tent and sit outside, we're gonna do it.
10 revivals.
Hey, man. Somebody got to start it.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
All right.
We all set, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, share it.
Tell somebody, get a thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
All right.
See y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.